Hello, dear ones. I can share with you the energies for August 2021. And this time, as I've already mentioned in the yearly prediction for 2021, we are in a time where changes are happening. And I don't mean this now as a general statement, but I said the middle of the year, and this is it now, so July, August, September, obviously beyond, but this has already started, and it's going to be a very intense time. And the heading that I saw, and you can see it in the description of this video, is "You will see it." So this is a month, August. This is a month where certain things will be revealed, will be seen that we have not looked at before, seen, or some things really feel very new as well. Now, yes, I'm saying this seriously, right? I'm saying this seriously because it's the energy is very enclosing. Okay, there's a lot of pressure energy. I feel a lot of it feels a bit like a straitjacket, right? On a personal level, that how individuals feel, and maybe how people feel, how countries feel. It feels like things are closing in, tightening in, and it takes freedom, the sense of freedom away, which has been the case for quite some time. But I've also said that this is going to intensify with different components, different aspects, not just the sea situation, right? Different aspects. And what I can tell you is that we're going to be shown, we're going to see. It's like the blinders are coming off, and we're seeing certain things during the next few weeks that will possibly shock us and scare us and could frighten us, and shake us and make us feel uncertain and insecure and even hopeless with some people. I feel a sense of hopelessness as well. And what I can say to you is this, because as you know, with my energy updates, you don't just get the energy. I always also get the information of how we can deal with it in a constructive way, because we have to deal with it. Fact is, no matter what we experience, we have to deal with it, okay? And so I love this kind of supporting energy that suggests that, not kind of supporting, it is very supportive. So how we can deal with it in a constructive way, in a positive way, is that I can tell you now that some of the things that we will seemingly be, it's like all of a sudden the world gets to see this, or we are uncovering this for you. And it may feel like, oh, now we're getting a glimpse at what only, secret services knew, or politicians, or this, that. And it makes some people maybe feel like, oh, we are getting into this secret circle with all this information. But some of it, to me, and like it's just my perspective and what I receive, some of it is not according to the truth. Some things that will be seemingly revealed and shown to us and presented to us, with also consequences for day-to-day life, for how things are managed in countries. Some things are not truthful. They're fake, and they're like apparitions. So the suggestion for us moving forward from here is, no matter what information we listen to, we hear, we receive, or what revelation, it's the month of revelation, August, what revelation presents itself to us, we have to be, if we want to really do this positively and in a helpful way, we have to be critical and skeptical of every little piece of information, even if it is coming from a very trusted source of information. right? In your eyes, if you say, well, I have been, following this type of whatever news channel or person, or even if you feel like I've always been able to trust that information, my sense is be aware and awake and check within yourself what resonates. Because there are streams, there are agendas, let's say, and I know this word has been used a lot as well. Maybe I should say it differently, that it seems more neutral. There are streams and strings of energy that want to use seemingly spectacular revelations and shocking revelations for their own purposes, to manipulate people according to their own direction that they want to push things. And don't get trapped into that, because of the amount of stuff that might come up. It would be overwhelming if you entered everything, like if you got into the drama of everything. So the suggestion is that remain within your own authority and stay critical, think for yourself, and there will be information, that's my sense, that will threaten our lifestyle, that will threaten our way of living, that will threaten maybe our values. But a lot of it is like hot air. This is what it feels. A lot of it feels like just bubbles. I'm seeing this again now. It's like this pot of boiling water, and just the bubbles are coming up, and they could potentially burn you, but they don't. They won't. It'll disappear again. It's like empty threats, or like clouds. And they might scare us because they're so dark and so heavy, but they will actually move and pass away because they're not truthful, or they are not what is going to happen. So that way you can also, with that information, stay calm and stay relaxed if you can, and stay sovereign within yourself when you hear these different things. And when you think like, oh my God, what's going to happen if they do that? And they're really talking about doing that. And this is really what's going on here. And it's always loaded with consequences for us. And this is what makes it so intense. But there's so much that will not happen to the way it seems at first. And I see this very much as a passage. So that's the other thing. That's the other piece of comfort that I can share with you. We're only passing through a phase. It's not like things are happening and then we're stuck with it. And then we're sitting in this pond and that's it. That's where we will remain for the rest of our life. Like until we leave this earth. No. I'm being shown this is all part of the development, and so many of you know this already. We need to see certain things. We need to go through this really, I want to say, crazy period. Difficult, yes, but it doesn't have to be hopeless, okay? Because we can always choose how we respond and how we react in these situations. And if you know not everything that seemingly is being revealed to us, and now they're sharing the information with us common people, and this is secret information, and this makes me feel special because now I can see this too. There is a lot of it that is just not true. So take it with a grain of salt, whatever you hear, and stay powerful and sovereign within your own being, because that way you will not be a toy for other people and other agendas that they can play with. Stay within yourself. And again, coming back to this point of this is a passage. This is just, we're walking through this phase. And you and I get to decide how the next phases are going to, like what direction they're going to take for us, for our experience. okay? Because we still have not realized, most people still have not realized how much power they have truly, because everything is energy and we're energy beings, right? So this is also a chance for us to practice this in the midst of everything, right? Because now more than ever, it is needed that we develop that skill, how to use our energy to create things the way we want to create outcomes, to create life situations, whatever. Now is the time, really, if ever we needed this skill, I call it a skill now, that you develop it, that I develop it, that we make this bigger and that we push it forward, because that's what we truly have available. So when you hear things during the next couple of weeks and they seem to be scary and they seem to be threatening to your lifestyle or to your health or whatever, remain calm. That's your first job. Okay? Remember these words. Remain calm. Because panic does not help anyone, and panic is never a good advisor and does not contribute to what you want. So remain calm. And let the information come and just flow through. You'll see whatever will stick and will have consequences, and some of those consequences, again, will only be for a short period of time, because again, it's this transitional phase. So take comfort from that too. We're just walking through this, and then it will unfold, it will continue. And because of the times we live in, like in comparison to 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 500 years ago, things are changing so much quicker now. So we won't need as much patience as people did 500 years ago. It's going to change very quickly. So whatever we think is reality now, in 2 months' time, and you know this, like from the sea situation, like 2 months ago, it was like, oh yeah, let's open this, and the numbers are dropping and dropping and dropping. And maybe it wasn't even 2 months ago, maybe it was 1 month ago. It's very difficult with all these news and messages to kind of keep track of time. But that was very recent, right? That it was like, oh yes, finally we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then, I don't know, a couple of days later, oh, there is this and there is that, and maybe we cannot do this, and now we have to, come back, and we have to close down again, and we have to. So things are moving very quickly, and that is comforting. Take that as a comfort thing, because if you see it as it's gonna change and it's gonna stay that way, number one, it won't, and number two, it will kind of get you to stagnate, and then your energy stagnates and you're not creating in the way that you want to create, and you're not helping the collective. So this is it, what I sense on a collective level. Now on a personal level as well, this, you will see it this month and continuing into September. I have said this in previous videos, that this is the time where so many things change, so much will come, and you think, where is this coming from all of a sudden? But for your personal life, you will see things. That's what I see. For many people, that's true. Some will not resonate because they do their own thing, and that's great. So for many people, it will be like you will see things in your personal life that you have not seen yet. And this doesn't have to be negative. There will be revelations where you didn't know somebody loved you that way, or where you didn't know that, oh, this opportunity was always there and I am only seeing it now. Or there may be revelations where you go, why didn't I see this before? As in, there could be things that you might classify as negative that will be revealed to you. But remember, it's not that it wasn't there before. It's just that you did not open your eyes or look into that direction before, or was actually withheld from you before. So by you seeing it, it doesn't make it real because it already had been. It gets you to work through it and then move beyond it. Yes? So it's a helping mechanism to let go of things, to help us to let go of things. Okay? So, again, it's not all gloom and doom. It is it is all going to go into the direction of, I want to say, moving upward, right? And as I've said before, the light has already won, if you want to take it into that kind of narrative in terms of light and dark. And it may seem now, especially in August, also in September, it may seem like, are you kidding me? Are you not seeing what's going on? You definitely don't know what you're talking about. But remember then, when you think that it is the agenda of other people that you do think that, because it makes you more prone to being manipulated, because then you're not sovereign and in your power. You're weak, and it's easy to manipulate you. But what was the other thing I wanted to say? Now I forgot the end point to this sentence. Yeah, that you, when the real vivid bit, when you think that whatever this lady said or other people say, it is so bad, and it's going to be it looks so bad. It looks, and this is maybe the appearance, it looks so bad and it only seems to get worse. Remember these words. This is only a transitional phase, and it's not going to transition in what whoever they is, like there's lots of different factors in this. What is being shown or what is being portrayed or what the various agendas are, it's not going to move into that direction. It is a passageway for humanity to evolve, because we have to. It was not the bee's knees during the past 50 years, 100 years, 2,000 years, 5,000 years. Humanity has not been that great as a species, and this is our chance to evolve, right? So this is only a little bit of the path, and yes, it can be tumultuous, and yes, it can be scary, and it can seem really, really dense and dark, but that is how it's perceived, and you can influence how you perceive things. You can influence and help other people to perceive it in a different way and help us move through this quicker. It is only a stage that we move through. Remember that when you see things and you think, this cannot get better, this is just going to get worse. And again, I know I've said sometimes that with the difficulties or the different phases that we might experience, I've said this can go on for quite some time, and I said a number of years, and I know a lot of people are opposed to this. Don't tie yourself so much to time frames, because they can shift and change depending on the energies of people. So the more hopeful and positive and creative you are with your energy in a positive direction, in the direction you want, the quicker things happen. But no, it will not go away overnight, and you will not be saved by somebody. You will not be saved by a politician that you think will be the savior of the world. You will not be saved by the Pleiadians or aliens that will come in and see how bad it is and save the world. You will not be saved by any government or any church or any even religious figure that you might have. We are going to do this now together, because we are divine energy. We're it. We're consciousness. Our consciousness is creating this stuff right now and has always done so. So the answer and the savior is within you. We are our saviors. Yes, with the higher power. Yes, with so much invisible support, help. Because we're all connected to this. There is no separation. There is no division. Of course, it's not you as whatever your name is in your personality. You have no chance of doing anything. But you as a soul, you as divine energy, you as the powerful creative being that you are doing this. You're saving, you're helping, you're supporting, you're creating the newer events, frequencies, the new world, if you want to call it that. But the narratives are always, some people really like them. they narrow it a little bit for me. So, but if this is the image that you want to use, you can, right? So remember these things when you feel a bit hopeless and it seems scary, what will be revealed and what will be seen. Remember, it's only a phase. You have influence. You can always choose how you respond to a situation. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we may not have the freedom we want to, and we wonder, how did we get to that situation? And we may not feel strong, but remember, you always have the freedom to choose your reaction in that situation, how you deal with that situation. That freedom you have. You can choose to feel trapped, or you can choose to still use and execute your freedom of choice in how to best deal with it, remembering it's going to pass. You're not going to be trapped in this, whatever pressure is building now and whatever is tightening now, you're not going to stay in that. It is going to move through. So again, I say this often, you be the comfort, you be the hope, you be the support for yourself and for others, because this will help us all. Okay? Okay, so that's for August. I'm going to love you and leave you, and we'll talk again next time if you want to.